Welcome back to the Flow Friday Sports Show. Time to look at the Northern Areas Footy Association. It was a big Anzac round on the weekend. Graham Spud McKay is on the line to tell us all about it. How are you, Spud?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks, Dan.
Love to hear it. Let's get straight into Jamestown-Peterborough. They had an unfortunate loss to Orroroo. Orroroo just too good by the looks, 12-9-81 to 6-5-41. Anzac medal handed out in this game and all three games from the weekend. But yeah, Orroroo just too good in this one, it looks like.
Yeah, look, first quarter pretty even, 2-1 each at the end of that. Then Orroroo skipped away in the second quarter. They were up by about 3 goals at half time. And a similar margin at three-quarter time, but then just blew it out a bit in the last quarter, 5 goals to 2 in the last quarter. So probably not too bad a job. I reckon Orroroo, they look pretty solid to me. Still got a couple out too, though. They're probably the number one ruckman in the association, Aidan Lee. He didn't play last week. I reckon he might be playing this week. So that will give their on-ballers, and they're pretty strong in that on-ball department with Isaac Muller and Xavier Redden, Darren Hughes in the centre there too. So, that they will get better than that. But Jamestown-Peterborough were solid without sort of being able to really trouble Orroroo very much. The Anzac medal winner in this game was Darren Hughes out of the centre there. Very, very solid game, and probably epitomises what the Anzac medal is all about, with the determination and ability to be able to win hard balls in and under.
All right, well done to Orroroo getting that win. And yes, the Anzac medal, it's not just about who is necessarily the best player in the game. Often it does go to someone who embodies the Anzac spirit while also probably playing a pretty good game as well. So no doubt he was a very worthy winner. That relegates Jamestown-Peterborough to the bottom of the ladder, but it is still very, very early days, only 2 games into the season. Let's go to Broughton-Mundura. They had a 22-11, 143 to 11-9, 75 victory, a 68-point win over Southern Flinders.
Yeah, pretty emphatic win, wasn't it? I think that, the previous week, Broughton had run into BMW and lost to them, so they were looking to get a bit of form, and they did that at the expense of Southern Flinders. Again, Southern Flinders were in it, but not really able to trouble them a lot. So just a good workout for Broughton-Mundura in anticipation of this week's game, which is going to be down at Broughton.
All right, and did we have an Anzac medalist in that game as well?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the Anzac medal for Broughton-Mundura was Ben Geitenbeek. So he kicked about 6 goals, I reckon, and obviously had a big influence on that. And he would have a run on the ball and come out of the go up into the forward line and kick the goals.
All right, 6 goals for the Anzac medalist, 22 goals for Broughton-Mundura. Pretty easy to see why they were able to win by 11 goals. And BMW in the last game of the round, they beat Crystal Brook. BMW 13-13, 91. The Brook 10-11, 71.
Yeah, 3 goals in this, and a pretty interesting game. I guess BMW, they were happy to get out of it without sort of being able to, probably play their best footy. The Anzac medal winner in this one was Jamie Robinson. Again, plays in the centre and is typical hard at it, in and under. And he was exceptional in that game. So just a solid win for BMW.
All right, and that is round 2 done and dusted. BMW and Orroroo undefeated. Crystal Brook, Broughton-Mundura 1-1. Southern Flinders at Jamestown-Peterborough searching for their first win this weekend. So it will be Jamestown-Peterborough taking on BMW, who we just said top of the ladder, so top versus bottom here, and JP will have their work cut out for them on the road.
Yeah, they certainly will, Dan. Wyatt McKinnon will be missing. He was reasonably good there last week. Unfortunately, got a pretty bad concussion. He probably, and he'll have to do the mandatory 21 days now So they'll miss him because he's good across a half-back line. BMW, like Cody Wolford, has been in really good form for him. Jamie Robinson, we've already mentioned. And their back line, Braden Battersby, Nick McCullum, Eric Brereton, they are all really solid players, and it will make it hard for Jamestown-Peterborough, who will, again, have to rely heavily on Nick Rinn to kick their goals. Unfortunately, Nick has been plagued with injuries, but is a really good player. And they would like to be able to put him down in the centre, but he can only have small runs there, and he probably is the only one that is capable of sort of kicking many goals up front. Max McKay in the ruck will have a big job again. I thought he did okay last week without making their best player list, but he was good. Henry Moore and Henry Hall, they'll all be valuable contributors, but I reckon BMW will win fairly comfortably.
All right, tips in for BMW. They're going along very nicely at the moment as Orroroo, who are on the road to Broughton Mundura, and a good opportunity for Broughton Mundura to claim a big scalp here playing at home.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, though, because as I saw last week, Orroroo, Isaac Moller and Xavier Redden, they are in really good form for them. Now you start to throw in Aidan Lee. I think is back. He was only running as a runner for them last week. And then Jonathan Biley is another big in for them. So you couple that with Damien Ellery and Andrew Catford down back. It will again require Ben Geitenbeek to play a really big game for Broughton. Calaspria is very, very handy for them, as is William Hewitt. But I would be going Orroroo, even though it is Broughton's home ground.
All right, tips in for Orroroo to stay undefeated. Last game of the round, the Brook are travelling to play Southern Flinders.
Yes, up at Warrabra this one. So, look, I guess Crystal Brook, Will Coombe, I noticed, wasn't in their best players last week, but he is a mile medal winner, really solid player, with Braden Kirk, Luke Capitola, and then Hugh Marshall up forward to kick goals for them. Southern Flinders, on the other hand, probably they'll be Scott Brown will be looking to endeavour to get some of his younger players going to support Matt Spenceley, Shane Ballantyne and Zeke Kay, who are their three most experienced players there. And, Scott Coombe, Max Flowers will always be good for them. So it should be a good game, but probably Crystal Brook in this one.
Big weekend ahead in Northern Areas footy. Spud, enjoy all the action. Looking forward to catching up again next week.
Thanks, Dan. Catch you next week.